Every year, thousands of people walk onto a cruise ship completely unprepared, and some of them never even make it past the port. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 17 mistakes that have cost real travelers their money, their vacation, and in a few cases, their safety. Mistake number 6 has actually gotten passengers drugged and robbed in broad daylight, losing tens of thousands of dollars in a single afternoon. And if you're a seasoned cruiser, mistake number 3 might already be quietly costing you hundreds of dollars without you even realizing it. Before we get into it, welcome aboard Cruise Navigator, your honest look at the side of cruising that travel agents and cruise lines won't tell you about. If this video helps you, do me a favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps more people find this information. And if this is your first time here, go ahead and subscribe, because we break down exactly what cruise lines don't want you to know every single week. Let's start with mistake number 1. And trust me, this one trips up more people than you think. Mistake number 1 is assuming a driver's license is enough to board. A honeymoon couple learned this the hard way when they showed up at the port in Baltimore with standard driver's licenses, not realizing their state never issued the enhanced ID that closed-loop cruises require. Without a passport or birth certificate to back it up, they were turned away 5 hours from home, and their honeymoon cruise was gone, money and all. Before you book, check exactly what documentation your state issues and what your specific cruise actually requires. Mistake number 2 is ignoring the health risks that come with thousands of people sharing the same air and buffet lines. Norovirus outbreaks have been rising sharply this past year, with several ships reporting that more than 10% of everyone on board fell ill during a single sailing. What makes this more concerning is that government oversight of ship sanitation has recently been scaled back, meaning fewer inspections are catching problems before they spread. Skip the self-serve buffet stations whenever you can. Wash your hands constantly with actual soap and water, and report any stomach symptoms to the medical center immediately instead of toughing it out in your cabin. Mistake number 3 is not budgeting for the gratuity increases hitting nearly every major line right now. Carnival, Holland America, and Princess have all raised their daily automatic service charges this year, with some lines now charging up to $20 per person per day. For a family of 4 on a week-long cruise, that's an extra charge that can quietly cross $500, and it's rarely included in the price you saw when you booked. Mistake number 4 is booking a shore excursion through a random Facebook group or social media post instead of a verified source. One cruise brand ambassador had to publicly warn his own followers after a scammer created a fake page impersonating him, then used it to convince a passenger to send money for an excursion that never existed. She thought she was booking a legitimate cruise activity, and instead she'd handed her money straight to a stranger. Always book through the cruise line itself or a verified, reviewed operator, never through a group chat or a stranger's post. Mistake number 5 is assuming dining is still unlimited the way it used to be. One major line has introduced a $5 charge for any entree ordered beyond the first 2 in the main dining room, and a separate $10 penalty if you skip a specialty dining reservation without canceling it ahead of time. These used to be free flexibility, and now they're quiet ways to drain your onboard account if you're not paying attention. Mistake number 6 is accepting free offers from strangers the moment you step off the ship. A group of Carnival passengers in Nassau accepted what seemed like a harmless free facial from a vendor near the port, and ended up drugged and scammed out of $30,000 combined before they even realized what had happened. It sounds extreme, but it's a real, documented case, and it's a brutal reminder that anything free and unsolicited in a tourist port deserves serious suspicion, not gratitude. Mistake number 7 is misunderstanding the cancellation window. Many cruise lines now enforce strict tiers, where canceling within 60 days of departure can mean losing 50 to 100% of your fare, with the penalty growing sharper the closer you get to sailing. Life happens, and without protection in place, one emergency can wipe out thousands of dollars instantly. Mistake number 8 is hopping into the first taxi or rental car you see at a foreign port without checking that it's official. The broken meter taxi scam and the rental car damage scam both rely on the same thing, knowing you're on a tight schedule to get back to the ship. Some rental agencies have been known to fabricate tiny scratches or dents months after you return the car, then pressure you to pay an inflated fee on the spot because they know you don't have time to argue. Only use officially marked taxis. Photograph every angle of a rental car before you drive off, and always pay with a credit card so you have dispute protection if something goes wrong. Mistake number 9 is skipping travel insurance to save money up front. Insurance typically costs a small fraction of your total trip, yet it's the only thing standing between you and a complete loss if a flight delay, illness, or emergency keeps you from boarding. Travelers who skip it to save $100 sometimes end up losing thousands. Mistake number 10 is booking blind when it comes to your cabin. Interior cabins can feel more like a windowless hotel closet than a vacation space, and some balcony cabins technically have an ocean view that's mostly blocked by a lifeboat or piece of ship structure. Always check real cabin photos or a deck plan before paying for a view you might not actually get. Mistake number 11 is trusting a visa or travel authorization website just because it shows up at the top of your search results. As more countries roll out electronic travel authorizations, fraudulent lookalike sites have popped up charging massive markups to process applications, and some quietly steal personal information and payment details in the process. Always go directly through a country's official government site, never a sponsored ad or a site that guarantees approval, because no real visa process ever guarantees anything. Mistake number 12 is forgetting that port fees and local taxes aren't always included in your fare. More destinations are now layering on day taxes and entry levies that show up after you've already booked, sometimes billed on board and sometimes collected locally at the port itself. Always check what's actually bundled into your fare versus what gets added later. Mistake number 13 is picking a high-deck cabin purely for the view without considering motion. Rooms at the front or back of upper decks catch significantly more rocking in rough seas, and travelers prone to motion sickness have ended up needing medication for their entire trip. If you're sensitive to motion, a midship cabin on a lower deck will almost always be the steadier choice. Mistake number 14 is flying in on the same day your ship departs. Countless travelers have missed their cruise entirely because of a delayed flight or canceled connection on embarkation morning, watching the ship sail away without them. Flying in at least one day early costs a bit more for a hotel night, but it's the difference between making your cruise and missing it completely. Mistake number 15 is assuming your drink package works everywhere on your itinerary. Several lines have started excluding their private islands from prepaid beverage packages, meaning the same drink that was free on the ship suddenly costs full price the moment you step onto the sand. Confirm in advance whether your package actually covers every stop. Mistake number 16 is not double-checking passport validity and visa requirements for every single country on your itinerary, not just your country of departure. The number of travelers denied boarding over documentation issues has been climbing, and many people assume a valid passport is automatically enough without realizing some countries require months of remaining validity or a separate visa entirely. Mistake number 17 is assuming your itinerary is guaranteed exactly as booked. Weather, mechanical issues, and changing conditions mean cruise lines can and do swap out ports with little notice, and travelers who built their entire trip around one specific stop have been blindsided when it quietly disappeared from the schedule. Going in with some flexibility will save you from a lot of unnecessary frustration once you're actually on board. Those are the 17 mistakes that can turn a dream cruise into a disaster. From the documentation that gets people turned away at the port, to the scams waiting just outside it, to the hidden fees draining your account without you noticing. If even one of these saved you from making the same mistake, that's exactly why this channel exists. Hit like if you found this useful, subscribe if you want more honest, no fluff cruise breakdowns like this one, and I'll see you in the next video.